Welcome to All Things Possible TV. I'm excited to have you here with me today on this episode. This episode we're going to talk about are events really transforming in our lives. I'm thrilled to be able to talk to you about that. So many times we hear that, oh, events can be this, they can be that. I don't know what you hear in your area, but I wanted to share with you my experience of doing live events as well as attending live events. Live events can be transforming for a completely entire group, all in a weekend. And yes, the event is miraculous, right? And it works so well. For several days you're in this event and you move forward and you have all these ahas, and you get home and then by Monday we don't implement any of that. We take no action, right? That would be the reason that live events haven't worked in the past for you maybe, or why sometimes live events can get a bad rap. But what I want to tell you is, in the last several years, I have myself gone through almost 4,500 hours of trainings, certifications, and live events. And that is as an attendee. That is not even to mention the live events that I've done as a business owner and in conjunction with my husband, and the many things we've been able to do with that. But what I want to tell you is just about a couple of them, maybe 3 of them that I've done just this year. All 3 of those events were with companies that are on the Fortune 500. They are huge, high quality events. They're not necessarily cheap, and you have to travel to get to those. So in March, I flew to Florida and I attended Tony Robbins. If you have not heard of Tony Robbins, you might be, under 20 or 30 years old. But Tony Robbins, Anthony Robbins for some of you, is phenomenal. I went to his event, and you've probably even watched as I talked about it. I walked on fire. That was an event with 6,000 people. Yes, that event was transforming and changing our lives, and most of the material he talked about, I do similar things and processes and activities in my own event. In fact, I went with 3 other trainers, and the 4 of us had a great time going, this is what's coming next, and this is why he's doing this. What I can tell you is having a live event and attending live events, even if it's material that you've already heard, it will be spoken to you in a different way. You will have different ahas from that event. I came away from Tony Robbins with new clarity, new ahas, new things that I could do, and let me tell you, walking on fire was phenomenal. I walked on fire with hardware in my foot and told completely no way, you are not to do this. But in my heart I knew that it could transform my life and move me forward. And it did that. We had over 5,000 people walk on fire after midnight in Miami, right close to the beach, in the conference center, and it was absolutely life-changing. I don't do fire walks at my events, but what I can tell you about is an event that I have coming up, Create Your Thriving Life. I love this event because it's a chance where I get to work with my husband. Also, I have my son speaking at it, and we're bringing in an author with a phenomenal story, Jeffrey C. Olson. He just is launching his 2nd book, and he's #1 on Amazon. It's incredible, and I'm thrilled to be able to have the opportunity to do this with not only my family, but with Jeff. But what I want to let you know is, you talk to people as I go throughout my life. I talk to others, and I try to get their opinions and how they experience life and how they get to be moved to the next level. And so many of them are like, oh my gosh, I love the story about your son and the cancer, and I love the balloon story. Well, imagine me sitting in my own audience listening to my son share his own story of being 9 years old and how that transformed his life and how that gave him strength to handle going through cancer a second time. That was amazing. to be able to experience him sharing from the stage and taking that speaker role and moving forward with that, because his stories are phenomenal. His experience is phenomenal. He teaches attitude and how to cowboy up when everything's against you. Another event that I've attended is 3 Key Elements with Kirk Duncan. Kirk Duncan has a special spice. He's here in Utah and has taken a business from his garage to over a few $1 million in 3 or 4 years. But one of the things that he has taught to me is actually, body language and learning those things about myself, being a good presenter as well as a trainer, and being in those audiences has really helped me to move forward and know what works, what doesn't work, and why an event would work. When you meet as a whole group at a live event, you get to watch others, all the people around you, having the same experience that you're having. Only everybody has their own experience. But you're allowed to watch someone actually live a testimonial of seeing their life change, of witnessing how in just a little piece of time, someone can go, oh my gosh, I never thought of doing life that way. Or, wow, that was so powerful for me to take that step. Maybe change a direction. We do a fantastic piece in our event about forgiveness. So many times we don't forgive ourselves. And we continue to hold on to that garbage. We just drag it around and we hold ourselves back. And I love watching this process because so many people are just like, oh my gosh, I don't have to feel like this. I love live events. I would love to have you join us at our live event. It's Create Your Thriving Life. It's going to be held May 16th and 17th. And you can go to createyourthrivinglife.com. You can see the dates that it's going to be. In the future, we'll have the future calendar. Right now, you need to get on board because the next one is not on the calendar. We will be doing a relationships seminar and doing some of that this fall. And I'm not sure where the other one's going to fit in. So you don't want to miss your opportunity to be to this event. Also, I just got back from being at Suzanne Evans. Be the Change. Suzanne Evans is phenomenal. She is a very well-rounded woman entrepreneur that has taken her business from working for someone else to last year she did $6.5 million in 5 years. She's a fantastic business coach and she works mostly with women. She's just gives you the strategies and the pieces to move your business forward even faster. But in going to her event, again, I went with other people that were coaches and mentors and people that have their own business. And the 4 of us went down to Las Vegas and we attended her event. There was 850 people there, and it was incredible to watch her awards night as many people across the stage as 6-figure earners in a short amount of time to 7-figure earners and be able to be in that, multiple 6-figure income and beyond in a short period of time. For me, business is not all about money. I want to change the world. And the only way I can change the world is if I change other people's lives. If I'm able to assist you, to move you forward in your life so that you can make a difference. I know that when I am able to assist you through a process to help you feel better about yourself, for you to own your brilliance and your value, I know that when I do that for you, you're going to go home and do that for someone else. You're going to change the life of your children or your spouse or maybe a relationship that you're in that isn't doing as well and all of a sudden it's better. You'll be a difference in the world. And I know that when that happens, we can together change the world. I love to be able to see differences in people's lives that just are so much more valuable. There are good people everywhere, all around. Sometimes we forget just how valuable everybody can be. And what I want to leave you with today is just that nugget of information that events can be this for you. Attend live events. Do what it takes. I had to fly to Florida. It's not cheap, not from Utah. And I went to Vegas, and this one's in Salt Lake. Be willing to pay a price. Get your, for lack of a better word, butt in a seat. When you put that commitment that you want life to be better, you want your life, your results, your business, your relationships, and your self-worth to be raised to a new level. You want to have those things that are important to you, as well as have the time and the energy to enjoy life. Life is not meant to be a burden and sad and complicated and heavy. Life is meant to be enjoyed. And you can have a thriving life at any point, even during those trials. And the reason that I can tell you that is because I've been on the other side. I've lived depression. My father's had depression. I've been through really hard things. I've had to face death. I've had to face suicide. I've had to face a child with cancer twice. I've had to adopt. I went through adoption horror stories as well as adoption miracles. I helped another person that was expecting a child be willing to give that baby up and find the right family. So both sides of adoption. I've been able to go through hard trials, and a lot of them. And what I can tell you is if you will do life differently, your life can be happy, even if there's hundreds of thousands of dollars owed in medical bills. My child was in the hospital for 180 nights in 11 months. And I know those of you that watch regularly have heard that before. But after all was said and done, all the insurance was paid, all the discounts that they would give us were done. We owed $80,000 after paying all year to try to keep from being in that position. What I can tell you is that it doesn't have to weigh you down. It doesn't have to make life stop. Join us for this live event. Create your thriving life. Come and see how life can be different. And if your life is happy, great. Come and let's improve in areas where you haven't worked yet. I would love to have you join us. The way to join is to go to createyourthrivinglife.com. Again, that's createyourthrivinglife.com. Right there on that landing page, you can push the button and order tickets and join us to transform your life. Live events do work. Live events are phenomenal. You get to make new friends, you get to meet new people, and you get to see others that are struggling. When you feel like, God, nobody can relate to me, go to a live event. You'll find a lot of people that can relate to you and a lot of people that are struggling that also want to move their life forward. You can see how easy it can be to make some changes, be willing to do the work, and to put action behind what you learn. When you put action behind what you've learned, you will have success. So thanks for joining me today. I just love to have you with me and come join us at the event and be part of Create Your Thriving Life. I also want to give an invitation to you to go to our website at www.allthingspossible.biz. Again, that's www.allthingspossible.biz. I want to give to you a free 30-minute strategy session where we can chat about how you will move forward, why you would want to come to the event, what we can do to help you so that your life is what you want, that you can create balance and abundance and enjoy every aspect of your life, that you too can be free of the heavy weight and the burden of all those things that are going on for you. You need to come to the event. So right now, jump on, go to the link, createyourthrivinglife.com, get tickets, and join us at the event May 16th and 17th. We'd love to have you. Thanks for being with me today, and remember, you can have all things possible for you. Thanks. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.